A long time after Adam and Hawa, there were many men, women, and children on earth. However, they began worshipping idols and became selfish and mean. So Allah sent His messenger, Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him, to guide them to His path. Nuh was a successful carpenter. He was strong, generous, and patient. He taught his people about Allah and encouraged them to lead a righteous life. Nuh's wife did not believe in his message. After 950 years of preaching, only a handful of people followed him. Nuh felt pity for his people and wept for them. When he advised his people to worship only Allah, they would push their fingers into their ears and pull their cloaks over their head.
Your followers are poor. If you separate yourself from them, we'll believe and follow you.
I will not abandon them. Wealth does not make one person better than the other. All people are equal.
You are a liar. You are poor, too. If you were Allah's messenger, you would have more riches than us. The treasures of the earth would be yours.
Do not accuse Allah's messenger of lying. Allah will punish you for that.
Bring down the punishment you threaten, if what you say is true.
The unbelievers hurt Nuh many times and tried to kill him, but Nuh remained patient. One day, an old man passed Nuh with his grandson.
Look at that old man over there. Beware of him. He'll try to deceive you. But don't give up on worshipping Wat, Sawa, Yaqut, Yuk, and Nasr.
Allah revealed to the Prophet Nuh that no matter how much he summoned his people now, none of them would believe in him.
My Lord, do not leave any unbelievers on the earth, where they will mislead others and raise immoral, ungrateful children.
Allah responded to Nuh's prayer. He promised to send a terrible flood that would destroy everyone except Nuh and his followers. He ordered Nuh to build a huge wooden boat, an ark. Nuh chose a place outside the village to build the ark. He collected wood. Believers came to help Nuh with his work. They gathered dried trees and date palms to make boards of different sizes. Some believers nailed the ark. Some carefully sealed the cracks with pitch so water would not come through. The ark was big. It had 3 floors, 200 meters long, 70 meters wide, and 25 meters high. All 3 floors had small windows. The ship's wheel was in the middle floor.
Look at those mad people. They're making an ark in the desert.
Oh, look, that's Nuh. He's become insane.
He's a skillful carpenter, but he's cunning. Perhaps he's building a large palace.
Nuh, what are you doing? Where's the sea?
Nuh, don't forget the sails. The waves will be rough and the wind will be strong.
Someday we'll mock you as you are mocking us.
When will Allah save us from the wickedness of the unbelievers?
Only Allah knows.
At that moment, Nuh received a revelation.
Allah has revealed that when the time of the flood is near, a fountain will spring up from your house.
After a long time and strenuous work, the ark was finally ready. The believers went to the old woman's house every day to see if the fountain of water had appeared. But there was no fountain yet. Then, one day, the sky became full of dark clouds. It looked like night. Nuh looked at the sky, waiting for Allah's order.
A fountain has sprung up.
Come on, let's go to the ark.
Nuh and his followers left the village. The ark stood at its place, waiting for the believers. Nuh ordered the believers to get on board. The believers, both men and women, boarded one by one. Nuh's wife did not come. Nuh's children came, except one of them. Allah ordered Nuh to bring a pair of each living creature, male and female, on board the ark. Furred animals, feathered animals, animals that walk, animals that fly, the ones that crawl, those that creep, the tiny, the big, and those in between. No sooner had they all come on board, lightning flashed in the sky. Thunder boomed. Torrential rain fell from the sky. Rivers burst their banks. Water gushed from the earth. The water began to rise higher and higher.
It set sail and anchored in the name of Allah. My Lord is forgiving and merciful.
Nuh hung a wooden tablet on the front of the ark. The believers looked at the names. They were of Nuh's progeny, who had not been born yet. Nuh waited for his son to come. He thought that his son was a believer. Trees disappeared under the water. The water rose. But Nuh's son still hadn't come. Unbelievers fled from the village. They swam to the mountains. Nuh looked at the village to see his son. He saw him swimming towards the mountains.
Son, come to me! Son, come to the ark!
No! I'll go to the mountain! It'll protect me from the rain!
Son, come with us. There's nothing to protect you from drowning.
Nuh wanted his son to understand that nothing could protect him from Allah's command, not even the mountain. For Allah had ordered that the earth be purified from wickedness. Nuh shouted to his son for the third time. A strong wave came and covered his son. Allah had promised Nuh that he would save his family, except his wife.
My Lord, surely my son is of my family. Your promise is true, and you are the most just of judges.
O Nuh, he is not a good doer. Therefore, do not ask me for that which you do not know.
My Lord, I seek refuge in you from asking you for that which I do not know. If you do not forgive me and have mercy on me, I shall be of the losers.
40 days and 40 nights passed. Rain fell heavily. Nuh and the believers prayed to Allah to have mercy on them and save them from the flood. Allah, the Glorified, ordered the sky to hold back the rain and the earth to swallow up the water. Clouds gradually parted and rain stopped. Mountain peaks poked up above the sea as the level of the water dropped. The sun rose and a beautiful rainbow appeared in the horizon. It made the believers hopeful. But the flood was not yet over. Nuh and the believers had to wait until the water went down. Nuh knew that the water was drying up, and plants had begun to grow again somewhere on earth. Nuh and the believers rejoiced. After a few more days, Nuh released the dove again. This time, the bird did not return. Nuh knew that the dove found a young tree in which to make its nest. The ark came to rest on top of Mount Judi. Nuh opened the door and let out all the animals. Then Nuh and the believers left the ark. They thanked Allah for saving them from such a devastating flood.
Lord, let my landing from the ark be blessed, for you alone can make me land in safety.